Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Terminator's squash partner, Craig Charles.
16 heats, 2 semi-finals, and a skip load of demolition later, and we find ourselves here at the Robot Wars Grand Final. Yes, folks, this is the big one. Talk about a buzz. We've got more buzzers than the American space program. And tension. There's more tension here than in Pavarotti's underpants. And that's a lot of tension. Over the last few months, we've seen some of the best amateur engineering in the country. And did we care? Did we, heck? What we came to see was some great fights. And that's exactly what we got. Like, who can forget the time when Sir Killalot caught Sergeant Bash playing with his My Little Pony? And the dishwasher in the canteen will never call shunt a big girl's blouse again, I can tell you. But no, what we've seen are some of the best bashers, mashers and sheer metal write-offs of Robot Wars so far, all leading up to these defining battles. And before we shout charge, let's relive the road to Armageddon.
600 robots applied, 128 were selected for the honour of battle, 18 weeks of titanic tussles, 124 contests of strength and style, control and carnage, ooh yes, loads of it, mushed up mayhem. These are the names on our roll of honour, the names of the victors and vanquished. They've been rumbled and tumbled, crashed and smashed, a metal sliver and slice, ripped and shredded, and surviving it all, just 4 mean machines. In our first semi-final, it was all over in a flash for Trident, and Maze 2 was left to rue as Chaos 2 sailed through. Pitbull rolled over to have its tummy tickled by Firestorm and then got seriously hot under its doggy collar. Panic Attack had plenty of those. Panic, Fear, the odd tear, its hopes of a place in the final turned to ashes by the fire. In Semi-2, after a titanic struggle, Hypnodisc gave the old 1-2 to 101. And left Evil Weevil battered, torn, flayed, frayed, and slain. Steg-o-saw-us proved no Diplo Joker as it put the final nail in the coffin for Gravedigger and followed that up with one in the eye for the mythical beast of Bobmit. So after 124 battles, we now have our 4 grand finalists. From Ipswich, Chaos 2. From Durham, Firestorm. From Oxon, Hypnodisc. And from Southampton, Steg-o-saw-us. And we'll see those finalists again, of course, in a couple of moments. But in the third wars, we've seen a new breed of robot and of roboteer. Lessons have been learnt from previous wars, and the standard of innovation, expertise and creativity has continued to grow from strength to strength. In addition, the sportsmanship and camaraderie in the pits has been second to none. A robot in need has always found a friendly roboteer deed. And in recognition of this, we have our special Merit Robot Wars trophies. Our first award is for the most original entry. Plenty of imagination and creativity. We've had to whittle it down to 4 nominations. The first, Stinger, Kevin Scott's team producing an interesting robot that had all its electronics contained within the wheels. Great idea, if a little difficult to control at times. Hypnodisc, built for exacting destruction. The Rose family's robots set the arena buzzing. Destructive, powerful. The design came from Dave Rose's 3-year-old son. Now Pussycat, Robin Herrick's robot took 2 months to build, is capable of great pushing ability and of running any way up it likes. Fast and powerful, it's a serious contender in this category. And the final nomination, The Witch. Ozzy and Emma Bolter returning to the Robot Wars arena this year with a new creation. Great design, their team full of flair and fun too. But the winner is Hypnodisc. Brutally powerful and brilliant. Next up, an award for Best Design. Fiercely fought this year with our nominations as follows. Anorachophobia, the strong fiberglass shell and rapid fire axe earned David and Miles Kingsbury and Johnathan Metcalf a nomination in this category. The robot even had a chainsaw running on the outer body shell to pull competitors up and over. Terrapin certainly caught Phillipa's eye. Sweet it did look, but it did have a nasty bite. Great fun, great design. Well done, Keith Jones, Rob Field and Brian Snelling. Razor, a big favourite. Razor is as flamboyant as its owners Simon Scotty and Lewis and Vince Blood. And with its phenomenally powerful crushing arm and Shremek, it's a strong contender for this award. And finally, Cerberus, named after the dog that guards the gates of hell, the demonic destroyer, well-engineered and visually stunning. Tough lineup, this. But the winner for the second year running is Razor. Well done to them again. Our third award is for the best engineered robot. And our nominations are Chaos 2, George Francis and Ian and Little Richard Swan's reincarnation from the Second Wars, capturing everyone's imagination. Small but penetratingly powerful, Chaos 2 proving a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure. Big Cheese, Roger Plant won the Best Engineered Award last year with the Mule. He's nominated again this year with his phenomenal robot, powerful enough to lift a small car. It's a work of art, really. A second award nomination for Razor, with the engineering standards of this great robot an example to many a robot here, young and old. Strong, powerful and evilly elegant. Can they improve it anymore? The Behemoth boys were back again this year, new and improved and soon causing havoc to competitors and house robots alike. Well engineered, very powerful, they're the last of our nominees. And the winner is Chaos 2 for team captain George Francis. And finally, an award to those teams who go that little bit extra to make Robot Wars the fun and the huge spectacle it's become. Our four nominees are Diottior, Peter Redmond, Joe Gavin and Kieran Byrne, returning for the third Wars with Son of Nemesis. Despite having to rebuild their own robot after the customs took it apart, they still found time to help countless other teams, and they certainly kept everyone amused. And our second nomination is...
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Sir Chromalot.
Well, they arrived in style. They soon had everyone in stitches with their theme tune and their own little dance. Sir Chromalot. Oh, dear. Do we come back down to earth with the Plunderbird team? Mike Onslow and the Plunder Storm boys really went to town with this. They didn't get far in the competition, but boy, did they try and scare us off. Listen to this.
The forecast bad. You better get running.
It's gonna be tough. There's a Plunderstorm coming.
And finally, Ultor, who met Big Brother in their heat final and won on a judge's decision. They later felt it was wrong and gallantly handed victory over to little Joe Watts and the Big Brother team.
We've decided that the judge's decision was wrong, in our opinion, and we're allowing you to go through to the next round.
So, the winners are... For the second year running, doubling up with the trophies from Ireland, the Diottior boys, great guys, richly deserved. But now, it's back to Craig for the first of our grand final battles.
The wars work like this. Our four remaining robots will be paired off for two initial knockout fights. A third and final battle at the end of the show will then decide who's going to be crowned UK Robot Wars Grand Champion.
Craig, this is how they line up in the eliminator round of the grand final. Chaos 2 with its flipping ramp against Firestorm and its flipping arm. Hypnodisc, a shredding monster, against Steg-o-saw-us with its dinosaur tail. All so different, all with the one aim to cause mayhem and chaos. And Phillipa's with them in the pits.
If you get through this battle, you will get to the grand final. It really is tense now.
It is. The competition is getting stiffer.
Tense. Tense, how do you feel?
Scared.
You're scared?
Yeah.
And you feel that the competition is getting stiffer every time?
Stiffer every time, yes.
It is, of course it is.
Very good robot.
It's whatever happens, it'll be a good fight. And two robots that can flip each other and flip each other, like flip over again, so it'll be a good fight.
Have you got any aims? I mean, when it says 3, 2, 1, activate, what will be going through your head?
Win.
Win, must win, in a kind of robotic fashion?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Down in the pitch, you could cut the atmosphere with a knife. But you know, like I know, that on Robot Wars, we do it with chainsaws. But they've been sharpened, the flames have been lit. Let the final assault begin.
Rising in the cherry pickers, Chaos 2, George Francis, Ian Swan and Richard Swan, and they're the Firestorm boys, Graham Bone and Alex Mordew.
From Ipswich, Chaos 2.
The quicker of the two robots at 20 miles an hour, the CO2-powered high-pressure flip is very, very dangerous. Crocodilotron was first to to find that out, sent back to the swamps in the opening battle of this series for Chaos 2. Then Sonic from Hagley High hits an early low, a high, a low. Big G's thought they were fondue for a success, but they were grated. And in the semi-final, Tridented. Look at that Phillipa power as Trident was beaten. Again, Mace 2 was overturned. Couldn't right itself. The Shremek mechanism so important in this series. Chaos 2 went through.